Hi, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. We're going to get started in just a moment. Shalom.
My grandfather's name is not written correctly. It's Bergstein.
Oh, let me fix that.
I noticed that today.
B-E-R-G?
Yes.
There we go.
This is so pretty.
Thank you. It's all my mother. She's got taste and then just gives me her things.
So nice.
I know, it's great. I really luck out with her.
Very
Bergstein. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like Bergstein, so it's like a Z afterwards.
Bergs.
B-E-R-G-Z.
Bergstein.
Yes.
Bergstein. Got it.
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you. We're on page 5 of this book. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. Baruchuni leshalom malachei hashalom malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. Tzidchem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamelachim hakadosh baruch hu. Shabbat shalom. I want to wish a special welcome to all of Eli's family and friends who are visiting here for his bar mitzvah this weekend. And of course, a special welcome back to all of our Or Hadash family, especially those who have been traveling near and far who I haven't seen in a few weeks, and all of you who I haven't seen since last week. And so we're going to light candles so we can usher in Shabbat. And I want to invite Jamie and Matt to come forward, and kids too. Shabbat shalom. And happy birthday to Eli. Today's his actual birthday. We'll sing at the end. Let's turn to page 11, and we're going to begin Kabbalat Shabbat. Lechu niranena l'Adonai, nariha litzor yisheinu, nikadma fanav b'toda, bizmirut nariha lo. Ki Eloheinu anachnu amerito. Pick up on the bottom of 12. Arba'im shana akud bedor va'omar amtoei levavhem vehem lo yadu derachai asher nishbati v'api im yivun al menuchati shiru l'Adonai, shir chadash, shiru l'Adonai, kol haaretz, shiru l'Adonai, baruch shemo, basru miyom liyom yeshuato, sapru v'goyim kevado bechol ha'amim nifleho, Ahav ki gadol Adonai, u'me'ulal me'od, norahu al kol Elohim, ki kol Elohei ha'amim elilim, va'Adonai shamayim masa'ot v'hadar, Lifanav Osveti Peret B'migdasho Avul Adonai Mishpechot Amim Avul Adonai Kavod Va'oz Havul Adonai Kevod Shemo Sehu Mincha Uvo Chatzrotav, Ishtachavu l'Adonai, B'hadra Kodesh, Chilu mipanav, Kol haaretz, Imru v'goyim, Adonai malach, Avdi kon tevel, Baal timot, Yadin amim, B'meisharim, Yismachu hashamayim, B'tagel haaretz yiram hayam, Umelo Yalo Sadai, V'chol asher bo Az yiranenu kolat seyar, Lifnei Adonai kiva, Lishbot haaretz, Yishbot tevel bet tzedek, Amim be'em munato yanai nanai 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 Adonai malach tagil haaretz. We'll pick up on page 16, 4 lines down. Shama v'tismach Zion, v'tagelna b'not Yehuda, leman mishpatecha Adonai, ki ata Adonai elyon al kol haaretz, meod nalita al kol Elohi, u'avei Adonai sinura, shomer nafshot chasidav, miad rishayim yatzilei, or zarua latzadik, ul yishri lav simcha, simchu tzadikim barunai, v'hodu lezecher kodsho. Mizmor shir l'Adonai shir chadash. Yitzchoranenu v'zameru. Lifnei Adonai kiva lishpot haaretz, yishpot tevel betzedek, ve'amim b'meisharim. Page 19. Adonai malach yirgazu amin. I was just telling one of my conversion students yesterday that all of these psalms are here in Kabbalat Shabbat, 6 psalms leading us up to Lachadodi, one for each day of the week, to really help us reflect back on the week that we've had and just slow down and kind of go day by day. And I've said this before, but I know it's hard to remember yesterday, much less Sunday. So you just take a moment, even just think like, where was I yesterday? But then see even how far back you can remember. What was this week? What were some of the highs and the lows? What were moments you were proud of? Moments you could have done better? Just taking a little stock here before we prepare to leave it all behind and enter into this time of rest. We'll pick up on page 20. You can just take a moment to reflect. Just remembered where I was on Sunday. I'll just share because it was so beautiful. I went to a wedding in Detroit. This wedding was originally supposed to happen in March 2020. So the couple's wedding date was one of my best friends from rabbinical school. She was supposed to get married March 22nd, 2020. Of course, that did not happen. And they got married in a really small family-only backyard ceremony in June 2020. And they did kiddushin, they exchanged rings, and they signed a ketubah, but they didn't say the full Sheva brachot, the full 7 blessings that you say under the chuppah, because those are meant to be said in community. It's a public declaration of your marriage, and they signed a specific document saying, when it's safe to gather, we're gonna come together and we're gonna have a whole big wedding just as we had originally intended. And they signed it and they made it very legal and official. And you could say like great intentions go awry, but they committed and they stuck to their plan. They had 2 kids in the meantime, so they have a four. So you can imagine the pictures from this wedding are perfect because the bride is in her original bridal gown, holding her 1-year-old, bottle feeding this baby during her tish, which is amazing. And then the whole chuppah, the toddlers running around, the 1-year-olds crawling up and down the bima, like it was just perfect. It was perfect. And just like the time tested, this relationship will last, and it's meant to. So I share that little spark of joy with you. Just as we were gonna sing in a moment, Lachadodi, and these words of kind of a wedding every week that we have. So let's rise. We'll rise on the top of page 21 for the last psalm before we get to Lachadodi. Mizmor leDavid, Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai, Kavod v'hozai, Havul Adonai, Kevod Shemo Ishtachavu Adonai Badra Kodesh, Kol Adonai al hamayim el hakavod hirim, Adonai al mayim rabim, Kol Adonai ba'koach ay Kol Adonai bihadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayshaber Adonai et arzei halvanon, Vayarkidem kimo egel Levanon, Vesirion kemo vein re'emim. Ay, kol Adonai chotzev lavodesh kol Adonai yachem midbar yachil Adonai midbar kadesh kol Adonai cholel ayalot vayachazot ye'arot u'teichalo kulo omer kavod Adonai lama buyashaba yeshev Adonai melech leolam Adonai oz lehiamayitein Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom ay 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 You can be seated. Turn to Lechato D, which is found on page 23. Lechato di likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lechato di likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor v'tiborach ad hishmi anu el hameyuchad Adonai echad U'shemo echad l'shem u'tiferet ve'elitila lechadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu v'nel chakim mekor ha'biracha mirosh mikedem nesucha sof maaseh b'machshavat tchila lechadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela mikdash melech ir melucha kumitzai mitocha hafecha rav lach shevet behemekabacha vehu yachamol alai chamla lechadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela idna ari mehaper kumi livshi bigday tifartecha mi aliad ben Yishai beit halach mi korva el nafshi gala lechadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela hitoreri kiva orech kumi uri shir daberi kevod Adonai alaich nikla lechadodi likrat kala pene Shabbat nekabela. Lo tevoshi velo tikalmi matishtochahi umatemi bachyechesu ani yami venivneta iraltila lechadodi oli likrat kala apene Shabbat nekabela v'hayulim shiso shosai kol mivalaich yasisalaich Elohai kimsos chatan al kalale kadodi oli hikrat kala apene Shabbat ne kapela ayay yami Adonai tariti al yarish ben parti ben nismecha ben nagila lecha dodi oli hikrat kala apene Shabbat ne Kabbalat. We rise and face the entrance as we greet the Shabbat Queen. Boi v'shalom ateret bala gam b'simcha u'v'tzola toch emune am segula boi chala le hadodi Oli hikrat kala apene Shabbat ne kabela. You can be seated. We'll continue with the Psalm for Shabbat on page 27. Mizmor shir le'yom haShabbat. We'll pick up on page 28 at the red arrow. Tzadik ata amar yifrach ke'erez balvanon yizkah shetulim beveit Adonai bechatzrot Eloheinu yavrichu odinun beseva dishenim verananim iyu lehagi ki yashar Adonai sori velo avla tabo Adonai malaki ud lavesh Adonai as he does that. Mikolot ma'im rabim adirim mishperayam adir bamarom Adonai edotecha nimnu me'od liveitcha navakodesh Adonai leorech yamim. Shabbat shalom. So it's Halloween, and we Jews have a kind of complex relationship with Halloween. Some Jews stay far away, others fully embrace, others are a little more tentative. So I didn't coin this term, but I did hear some people call this Shabbat Halloween, which I thought was very appropriate and sweet. And I was thinking about what would be the right kind of Torah to share on Halloween Shabbat. For a moment, I flirted with the idea of talking about what I think is the scariest monster right now, which is AI. But I wasn't quite prepared to go there. So instead, I wanted to share a classic Jewish ghost story of sorts. And I want to ask how many of you, especially kids and teens, have ever heard of the golem? Okay, adults have heard, but have any kids and teens heard of the golem? Okay, all right, good. So it'll be new for some of you. All right, so you can imagine, gather around the proverbial campfire, and here is this dark and mythic tale. In the city of Prague in the year 1574, it was very difficult for the Jewish people. Soldiers attacked the Jewish community night after night. Rabbi Loew, the chief rabbi of Prague, also known as the Maharal, knew he had to do something. The people couldn't fight back against the soldiers, so he needed to do something powerful, magical, something that had never been done before. On a moonless night, he went to the bank of the Vltava River, and he formed a giant man made of mud. And he began to whisper secret prayers and incantations that no one had ever said before. He carved 3 Hebrew letters, Aleph, Mem, and Taf, into the forehead of the creature. Aleph, Mem, and Taf spelled the Hebrew word emet, truth. And that's a very special word in Hebrew because Aleph is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, Mem is the most central middle letter, and Taf is the last letter, showing that truth spans the world. And as he carved the final letter, the creature opened its eyes. "Rise," he said to the creature, and it stood up. The rabbi looked at his creation. "You are called a golem because you are made from the mud of the earth. Your only job is to protect the Jewish people." The golem opened its mouth to speak, but nothing came out. It was mute. It couldn't talk. So it nodded its head yes and followed the rabbi back to Prague. The next night, soldiers attacked the community. But in the dark, a sword was knocked away. Another axe was broken in 2. One soldier went to attack and was thrown into a wall. All of the soldiers ran away. The next night, twice as many soldiers showed up. Again, their weapons were shattered and their bodies smashed. They came back in the daytime, but now they saw this giant creature silently defeated every soldier, defending everyone in the Jewish community, and was seemingly unharmed by any weapon. The soldiers complained to the emperor about the creature, and so Rabbi Loew was called to appear at the palace. No Jew had ever appeared in the palace or before the emperor, and Rabbi Loew set foot in the throne room. The emperor said, "I have heard that the Jews have some sort of secret weapon that they are going to use to attack the palace." Rabbi Loew remained silent at first. Then he said quietly, "Whatever might or might not be helping the Jews is only to defend the people from attacks. If the soldiers stopped attacking, there would be no need for whatever the Jews might have." The emperor immediately made a declaration ordering all soldiers to stop attacking the Jewish people, and the soldiers stopped. Rabbi Loew waited a day, but still no attacks, then a week, then a month, then a year, to be sure that there were no more attacks. And so on a moonless night, the rabbi brought the golem back to the Vltava River. There, he looked up at his creation and he said, "Thank you. You have saved the Jewish people." The golem shook its head no, as if he knew what was coming. But Rabbi Loew reached up with a stick and erased the aleph on his forehead, leaving only the mem and the taf, which spells the Hebrew word met, which means dead. The golem collapsed in a pile of mud, lifeless like before. Some say Rabbi Loew took the mud and hid it in the attic of the Alte Neuschel, the old Neuschel in Prague, to be brought back should anyone attack the Jews again. Some say the golem is a myth and never existed. What do you say? Shabbat Shalom. We'll rise and turn to the Baruch Hu on page 35. Sorry, page 39. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai Borach Leolam Va'ed. You can be seated. Baruch Adonai. Umavir yom umevi laila, umavdil ben yom uvein laila, Adonai tzevahot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamidim loch aleinu leolam vahed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'aravi. Page 40. Ahavat olam, it is. Ki hem chayenu ve'orech yameinu, uvahem nehege yomam v'layla, ve'avatcha atasim imenu leolamim, Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Israel. I want to invite Eli forward to lead us in Shema and Ve'ahavta on page 41. Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha, b'chol levavcha, u'b'chol nafshecha, u'b'chol me'odecha. Ve'hayu hadavarim ha'ele, asher anochi mitzavecha, Hayom alevavecha, veshinantam levanecha, vedibarta bam, veshivtecha beveitecha, uvelechtecha vaderech, ushochbecha uvkumecha, ukshartam lehot al yadecha, vehayu letotafot beinenecha, uchtavtam am suzo beitecha, Continue on your own on page 42. Adonai Elohechem Emet. Maybe the golem is hidden on that page of the Siddur. I never thought about that. We'll pick up in just a moment on page 44. Umalchuto baratzon kiblu aleha Moshe Miriam uvnei Yisrael lecha anu shira b'simcha rabba v'yamru cholam mi chamocha be'elim Adonai mi kamocha nedar b'kodesh nora tehilot Oseh vela malchutecha ra'u vanecha bokeayam lifnei Moshe ze'eli anu ve'amru Adonai imloch leolam va'ed Ve'ne'emar ki fad Adonai Yaakov וגלו מיד חזק ממנו, ברוך אתה אדוני, גאל ישראל. Page 45. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, vehamidenu shomreinu lechaim. So we'll take a moment here in this prayer for safety at nighttime to also pray for healing for our loved ones who need it. So if you have anyone you're thinking of tonight that could especially use this prayer, you're welcome to share their name aloud as I bring my hand around. Along with Aharon ben Bracha, Hannah Yafa bat Jenny, Rachel bat Tzipor v'Michael, Mar Yosefa bat Leah Tzipora, Yaakova bat Chaim u'Bracha, Martha Leff, Meir ben Rachel, Shina Liba bat Esther, Leah bat Moshe v'Charna, Bella bat Mordechai v'Chana, Shauna Jackson, and Tzipora bat Bela. Mishebeirach Avoteinu Mekor habracha Leimoteinu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishebeirach Imoteinu Mekor habracha Liavoteinu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. Refuah shlema, wishing them all a full, complete healing. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, baruch atah Adonai. Haporis sukat shalom aleinu, ve'akol amo Yisrael, ve'ha Yerushalayim. We rise in body or spirit on page 46 for Vishamru. V'shameru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, la'asot et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ay beini uvein bnei Yisrael od leolam, ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et haaretz, u'bayom ha'shavi'i shavat vayinafash. Yitkadal v'yitkadosh shemei rabbah, v'yamad yivrach yirutei v'yamlich machutei, b'chayei chon uv'yomei chon uv'chayei decho beit Yisrael, ba'agala uv'isman kariv v'meru. Amen. Yehei shmei Rabba mevorach, Le'alam u'lo me'amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpar v'yitruman v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei kodesha b'richu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechamata dar mihiran mi'alma v'meru. Amen. We turn to the silent Amidah, which begins on page 47. You can take a few moments of prayer on your own, and we'll come back together afterward. Ose shalom imromav, Uriase shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Ve'imru, imru, amen. Yase shalom, Yase shalom, Shalom aleinu, Ve'al kol Yisrael, Shalom, Shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, v'meru, Amen. I want to invite Eli up to lead us in Kaddish Shalem on page 54.
יתגדל ויקרא שמי רבה,
Amen.
ואומר דבר קראתי, וימליך מלכותי, ויחקונו ויחקונו וחטא דחו בישראל, בגלי וזמן קריב וימרו.
Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach, le'alam u'lo me'amaya.
יתברך וישתבח ויתבר ויתמן ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלה שמי קדושה. לעילם ירקום ברכתה ושירתה, וישבחתה ונחמתה, דמם בימה וימרו.
Amen.
תתגבר סלמכון ובכון, תכל ישראל קודם ובהן דיבי שמיה וימרו.
Amen.
יהי שלום רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל וימרו.
Amen.
עושה שלום במרומם, ויעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, וכל יושבי תבל וימרו.
Amen. And we'll remain standing for Aleinu on page 56.
עלינו לשבח
Shabeach ladon hakol,
לתת גדולה ליוצר ראשית,
shel asanu kegoye haratzot velo samanu mishpachot ha'adama. Amlachim
Kadosh
Bunotei shamayim veyoser haaretz umoshav yikaro b'shamayim imahav natuzo ushli natuzo begovei meromim u Eloheinu eino emet makenu efesu lato kakahatu v'torato Hayom ve'adata hayom ve'hashevota elevavecha
Ki Adonai hu Elohim
Bashamayim mimahal ve'al haaretz mitachat einot einot.
Hakatuba Toratecha Einaim Lo Leolam Va'ed V'Ne'emar Yehayla
Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yia Adonai echad ushemo echad. You can be seated. We'll turn to Mourner's Kaddish, and this week, as we say Kaddish, we're remembering Arnold Katzen of blessed memory, the brother of Bernice Schmitz and uncle of Renette Throne during Shloshim, as well as the yard sites of Salim Bergstein, Norman Vidalewski, Bess Dehovitz Kahn, Lois Steinberg Kremer, Richard Penkava, Anna Jacobson, Millicent Ginberg, Harold Weinberg, Robert Koss, and Donald Newman. Yehi zichronam livracha. May all their memories be a blessing. We invite all who are saying Kaddish to join together on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, be'alma divra chirute ve'amlich machute, v'chayechon uvyomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala uvizman kari v'imiru. Amen. Yehi shmei Rabba mevorach le'alam ulomei amaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitadleh v'yithalal shmei dekudsha barichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tush v'chata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alma v'imeru. Amen. Yehi shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imeru. Amen. Osei shalom b'mromav, hu ya'asei shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imeru. Amen. May the one who makes peace on high make peace for all of us, for all humanity, for all Israel, and we say Amen. Shabbat shalom. Seems that Animal is in the house, prepared to give announcements, otherwise known as Executive Director Jason Parker, here to entertain, as always.
Shabbat Shalom! Shabbat Shalom. First of all, Dranoff family, thank you guys so much for being part of our community. It has been a treat to have Eli come in once or twice a week over seemingly the last 18 months. I know it has not been that long, but it certainly has felt that long. You have been wonderful to have around, so I wish to extend the offer for you to come and join us every week for the next 3 or 4 years, for 2 to 3 hours each time. Happy to have you here. No, it'll be great. We'll have a good time. I promise. So some announcements for this coming week. Tomorrow, services start at 9:15. So I hope to see you guys here by like 9:30, 9:45, whatever time works for you. Also tomorrow at 11 a.m., Tot Shabbat. So if you have a tot or you're tot adjacent, please bring that tot to enjoy Tot Shabbat at 11 a.m. Gila and Pam will be running it in classroom 7 and 8. On Wednesday, November 5th at noon, we have a discussion of big ideas in community and belonging. Rabbi Lauren and Dr. Amy will share some podcasts and some articles that they're reading in advance for anybody who's interested, and then come and bring your lunch and have a schmooze. On Thursday, November 6th is the beginning of a 3-part series taking place each week at 7:15 p.m., led by our own Mark Gary, and it's 100 Things to Do After You Die, Jewish Views of the Afterlife. Our Cheshvan Torah Tour continues Friday, November 7th. For anybody that was at the Torah Tour this past today, was anybody at the Torah Tour? So we had a pretty good crowd. What I understand is it was quite a large crowd at Phipps today. So we're continuing the Torah Tour with the Torah at Cafe IM out in Sandy Springs. So meet up with Dr. Amy at 10 a.m. Friday morning. Next Friday night, we're doing dinner and music. So come and join us if you'd like to have community dinner. Please RSVP online in advance. And then as we start going a few weeks back, we have a partnership with the newest church in Sandy Springs called the Rafa Church. We'll be joining them Sunday, November 16th at 10 a.m. And our winter clothing drive is ongoing. If you have additional clothes that you can part with, or blankets or other things that are winter appropriate, you'll see a beautifully decorated bin upon entry. You may think it's for garbage. It is not. Please feel free to deposit all of your clothing there. And with that, Rabbi Lauren?
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
We're going to invite Eli back up first so we can sing to him. Echad, shtaim, shalosh. Yom huledet sameach. Yom huledet sameach. Yom huledet sameach. Yom huledet sameach. He has the best costume in the house. Does everyone know what Eli is? He's incognito. All right, please rise for Kiddush. Yeah.
Savri,
L'chaim.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Brei Pri Hagafen.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher gitar mitzvotav v'tzavanu, v'shabbat kodesh b'var v'tzon, inu lanu zikaronu ma'aseh Bereshit. Ki hu yom tehila
lemikrahe kodesh, zecher l'yetziat Mitzrayim, kivanu v'charta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodeshecha, be'ahava uvratzon, inhaltanu.
Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh haShabbat.
Amen. L'chaim. So we're going to make hamotzi, and then we'll end by blessing each other. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem mi'aretz. Amen. So, she's fine. All right, so it's our custom, our minhag here, to reach out our hands. Actually, you should go back to your family so you can get a little blessing from them. To bless one another, maybe to receive a little blessing if you need to get a little blessing this week, or a little bit of each. And we'll say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'choneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and keep you safe and healthy. May God shine light on you and be gracious to you. May God lift up presence to you and bless you with peace. Amen, amen. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom. Shabbat.